Hello and welcome to the final 9 holes of the Disc Golf Pro Tour Championships presented by Barbasol. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your 2 hot geese.
Honk! Man, final 9 shots of the season. 9 holes, that is.
It's crazy. 2022 is wrapped up. We're going to finish it out here at Nevin Park in Charlotte, North Carolina. These back 9 holes are brutal, especially the first couple are absolutely insane. We could see anything happen. Kristin Tattar with a solid little 2-stroke lead right now. That feels nice and cushy out here, but anything can happen on any hole.
Yeah, Kristin so far the only one bogey-free, which is very hard to do out here at the Matt Keats Memorial Disc Golf Course.
Hole 10. It's a par 3. It's slightly uphill, dead straight 320. We saw Missy park this hole with a thrasher last round. We'll see what happens today. It's one of a more gauntlet style holes. If you get off, it's all about just trying to get to the green on your second shot.
Yeah, I believe Zoe Andike measured. It was 12 feet at its narrowest and 15 feet at its widest.
Holy moly. Mm-hmm. There is out of bounds deep, but I mean, is anyone worrying about that here?
I don't think so. Oh, and a little on that right side. Progresses pretty nicely down the fairway, though. Almost to circle 2, I think.
Looks like it checked up nicely on the edge as well.
Kristin with a St. Pro. Oh, that looks great.
That is like just a carbon copy of what she did in round 2.
Wow. Bullseye hit.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's a way to get some really solid momentum going in the back 9.
See if Missy can match.
Come on, flip.
Oh. Pretty hard kick to the left. Doesn't look like there's a lot there. We'll see if she can find a gap to pitch up.
Yeah, she's in range to putt if she has any kind of a gap.
Ooh, I love this little soft flex from Valerie.
Ooh, and that's a sword, folks. They're pretty good.
I know someone with their name on a sword.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
The Erika Stinchcomb.
Yeah. Valerie told me she put the sword in the bag, and I was hyped.
Nice. Ohn with a beautiful turnover shot to the green.
A very hyped fan.
There is a gap for Missy.
Kinda. I mean, not to like really attack it, but man, look at this gallery. Dang. Yeah, more putting errors than we're used to seeing from Valerie.
Mm-hmm. But par is good on this gauntlet hole.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely, I would not put this in the must-get category.
No.
Extremely impressive. See Kristin with this tap in for birdie.
Yeah, taking one more stroke on her competitors. 3-stroke lead. Hole 11. It's the shortest hole on the course, but plays as one of the most difficult due to this very narrow gap. I mean, I think it's less than 10 feet. It's really just a straight shot. Maybe you have something that finishes just gently, but again, speed control is the name of the game. We got another huge drop off within feet of the hole. I mean, this one I think is even steeper. It's a cliff, basically. We've played it as the hardest hole in the quarterfinals, and not quite the hardest yesterday, but still difficult.
I like the standstill forehand here.
Me too.
Bailing out to the right is not bad here. Kristin's left herself with a bit of a death putt, though, but it's inside the circle.
Yeah, very rarely do you see so many people go standstill off a tee pad at any hole on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Ohn gets a little stump redirection inside the circle. I wonder if she could fully see that and how good it ended up. Missy, I believe going Mantis today. Oh, wow, parked. So good. Valerie catches the right side guardian tree. Gets an early kick.
Yeah, it kind of seems like maybe she's losing focus a little bit as we get through this round.
This course can beat you down.
Yep. That was a great miss from Kristin. I know, just a little low. That is where you want to hit if you're not going to find chains. Ohn Scoggins, though, with the birdie.
Getting back under par. Yes.
She has a very vocal fan.
Just one.
Did you guys hear that echo too?
Yeah. Valerie, I think we missed her approach shot, but taking the bogey. And Missy with an absolute tap-in birdie, getting back to even par.
Hole 12, 350 feet and a par 3. This seems like one like, oh yeah, we should all birdie, no problem. But look at all these gaps and look at this kind of crazy shape of the fairway. There's two options here. You can go the sidearm route or maybe a backhand turnover and coming back into the green, or there's a right side gap that's a little more narrow. We saw Missy absolutely park it in her quarterfinal round. There's multiple options here. It is birdieable, but it is a very challenging birdie.
I want Missy to go for the right side again.
Mm-hmm. It was so pretty. Mm-hmm. Ohn opting for the forehand. Tries to flex it a little bit and hits first available.
Yeah, the tree's right there for the forehand.
That was that was a really great reaction off that tree, though. It could be way worse.
And a great reaction from the crowd.
And from Ohn. 3 great reactions.
Missy taking that right side with her thrasher. Not as clean as day one. Should be in that center group of trees.
Kristin pulls that forehand left.
So much power.
It's a right kick. She'll have a putt.
Yeah.
She's not losing focus. That was such a pretty shot. Doesn't quite turn over as much as you want, but she'll be down there in circle 2. A nice recovery shot from Ohn.
Oh,
Drawing medal.
wow. And the crowd goes wild.
I see it. Looking to follow suit. Lining up the sidearm as well. It's pretty open.
I think that's that Zeus again. She's trying to trust that stability. Drops a bit short. And Kristin working that flex line with her harp as per usual. Touches one last tree, but she's 20.
She's so good at those shots.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys throw that very often, but it's really tough to navigate.
Yeah, it's harder than she makes it look.
Yep.
Valerie with a mean little roll here after landing in the bullseye. She's still, within range, but not what you want for par.
And this is Missy with a long putt for her par save.
Mm-hmm. So close. Hits the top of the cage. Valerie making good on her par. Ooh.
A little bit of an off-balance par putt from inside the circle there. Holding on to that 2-stroke lead.
Missy with a bogey. Getting back to 1 over par. And Ohn with a great par save from very early off the tee.
Yeah, scramble par, her specialty.
Hole 13 is a par 4. Starts a little bit uphill. It's 520 feet. This is one that is a par 4 for the women and a par 3 for the men. Just kind of gently curves from right to left, and then a little bit more open of a green than some of the other ones. So kind of a nice one to approach on your second shot. At 520, it's very attackable. Not that the tee shot's easy or anything. Can't have that. I mean, look at it.
I like the flex sidearm off the tee here. I think that is the play.
Mm-hmm. Ohn catching early left.
I'm a little bit envious of these players right in this position because, really, everyone is like breaking records if they even get fourth place here.
Right. Yeah. Fourth place is $9,000.
Yeah. So this is like, it's just got to be ideal to play this really fun wooded course on a beautiful day and just know you're not walking away with anything less than 9 Gs.
Yeah. It goes 35,000, 20,000, 14,000, and 9,000. So not a bad day's work, huh?
Nope. Like, it would be hard not to be having fun out here, even if you were just on your like 12th forehand roller out of the rough.
Valerie throws it really straight, but a little low and short. Good power, but Missy catches the left side tree as well. All right, if Ohn parks this, I'm leaving. I won't be able to handle it.
You got to Google make T-shirts for the fan club president.
Yeah. I'm going to make a Facebook group. Solid shot.
Yep. She carries down a lot of that fairway. Missy lining up the backhand from the left side.
Looks like another thrasher in hand.
Ooh, that was a tight gap.
It really was. Wow.
So impressive. Valerie with a wide open shot.
And she's kind of at the top of that initial hill. It kind of goes a little bit down afterwards. She progresses really nicely. Kristin with this tree right in the way. Looks like she's trying to throw a flex line around it. Wow.
Oh my gosh. I think we saw her do a similar shot in her last round. This one didn't quite carry as far, but still just as impressive.
Mm-hmm. Ohn's third. Drops early into circle 2.
This is Missy for birdie.
Long birdie. She's just outside circle 2. Got to be 70 feet. Definitely gives it a run there.
A long par save for Ohn.
Just low.
Kristin with another circle 2 look, this time for birdie.
That is huge.
Yes, and we get a Kristin Tattar fist pump.
Yeah, definitely rare to see those.
That's how you know she's serious. Nice par save from Missy.
And Ohn going to take the birdie, meaning Kristin now has a 4-stroke lead with 5 holes to play. That's a big swing.
Yep, just stacking them up quietly.
His father was a tongsman. His father's father was a tongsman. His father's mother was a tongsman. No tongsman chooses this life. No. This life chooses them over and over. Throw on the Johnsonville sausage. Calling all tongsmen.
There's a lot of different facets to being a professional disc golfer. It's not just going out there Friday through Sunday and playing, majors and DGPT events. It's social media, going to signings, doing clinics, doing YouTube channels. So there's so many different facets to being Ricky Wysocki than there used to be.
Hole 14, 366 feet, the old up and down, 10 feet of elevation up and 13 down. Once you get over this hill and through the narrowest part of the fairway, it continues to be narrow.
Weird.
Yeah, this one is a tough one to get, even at 366, well within reach of all of these ladies. This one is very difficult, more of a chip, play it for par scenario. This one always averages as one of the more difficult holes.
Kristin with a grace here.
Man, going big.
Yeah, we've definitely seen some good shots on this. Kind of a weird line with all the trees there. The most successful line we've seen is kind of a high turnover with a little bit of fade at the end.
Kristin was the only person to birdie this hole yesterday.
Valerie gets pretty much all the way down there, nearly pin high in circle 2. Missy overturns her thrasher and gets a kick into the woods. She actually progresses pretty far off of that kick, though. Ohn taking the forehand. Duh. Missed that one. Dang it.
Kristin with a wide open second shot.
As wide open as it gets anyway.
Yeah. Catches that tree just before the green. She'll have a long putt for par.
Missy with a solid out.
Yeah, not much to work with, but she finds a way to the green.
Impressive. Valerie for a long birdie look.
Yeah, what a great drive.
Come on. Missy 1 inch high on the par attempt. Valerie with a par.
Even though, she wanted that birdie, an easy par on this one doesn't feel bad.
Yeah, but she's running out of time. Like, it's got to
Yeah.
be a little stressful. Like you said, Valerie really hasn't been too far off, and neither has Missy.
No, it's really hard to think about disc golf in this way, too.
Yeah.
With one round.
Right.
Live or die.
Kristin with a bogey goes back to 3 under par. Hole 15 is another par 5. It's the shortest of the day. Kind of snakes to the left and the right. It is uphill the entire way. I believe we gain about 40 feet of elevation as you go. This was playing as one of the easier par 5s just because of the distance. And it does open up a little bit towards the end.
This first shot is kind of a sawed-off hyzer. Valerie, unfortunately, a little early on that. Gets a kick to the left. She'll be pretty pinched in that area. It'll be tough to get out. But par is still definitely within reach.
Mm-hmm. That looks pretty dang good.
Mm-hmm.
Center cut fairway for Ohn.
With the angle and the uphill nature of this shot, it's really tough to get big distance. Kristin kind of looking like she's playing for a skip.
Yeah,
Way, look at that thing.
that was her verdict again.
Missy also looking for maybe some ground play.
That's her thrasher on a perfect angle.
Yeah, really well executed tee shots. The second shot now is more of a turnover when you're pinched to the right-hand side. Ohn
Wow.
executing it so well.
That's so good. I feel like that's kind of a newer skill for Ohn
Mm-hmm.
to have it keep turning so much. I'm very impressed.
She's really honed it. I'm sorry. I'm
Gosh.
so sorry.
Oh, man. Not used to being on the receiving end of a
The
joke like
puns.
that.
Yeah.
Missy progresses pretty far up the fairway, does kick a little bit to the left. Kristin going sidearm. Great power, but a little too far on the left. I don't think she hit anything, though, really, till the end.
Valerie has one tree to work around. Ooh, and she hugs it tightly.
Catches a late fairway tree, though, and drops to the right edge of the fairway. Missy's third shot. Another patent pending. She's got a long look for birdie.
Ohn with the little sidearm hyzer. Overturned. Maybe it will finish. And
That's fine. Not parked by any means, but she's up there.
Kristin with a tree in the backswing and the foreswing. Catches the last tree. And she'll be right around the edge of circle.
Yeah, sometimes the camera angle is hard to tell, so I wonder if any of these are longer than we think. Valerie definitely inside the circle.
Yeah, definitely longer than I thought. Missy from circle 2. A very sharp hyzer angle around a tree.
Easy par, though. Kristin for birdie. Is she inside the circle?
I think so.
Wow. Oh, yes, a second fist bump. Man, her putts are looking so clean in this back half.
Birdie bid from Ohn. She'll have a tap in for par.
Par for Valerie.
Man, she's just on the edge of doing so well. How
Yeah,
this place
2 overs
is.
not bad out here. It's
No.
just not 35K good.
See a slew of pars from the rest of the card. Move to hole 16. Look at that fairway. Super sloping from left to right downhill, but the hole wants you to go from right to left. It's only 640 feet as a par 4, so this one's a really tough to get for birdie. There is no out of bounds you have to worry about, just a little bit of a slope on the right-hand side. If you trickle off the fairway, it can be a little bit more difficult to get back up to the flat. This always plays as one of the harder holes on the course.
Kristin with a St. Pro. Wow. Great ground play. That's so perfect. It's kind of an awkward angle. Like you can't fully hyzer. You need to push a little straight, but have a hyzer finish. That was gorgeous.
And the gap is sideways, so you're kind of blind to it almost.
Yeah, the shape just feels awkward. Valerie catches a left side tree and kicks into the right side rough.
This is our last fully wooded tee shot, so you guys enjoy it while it lasts.
Oh, maybe too strong? No, it's good. All right. Did you catch that last tree?
I think so. I think it stopped her from cut rolling or getting a weird roll.
See with a thrasher on a great angle.
Oh yeah, that looks perfect as well.
Beautiful. Oof.
These are Valerie's specialties, though.
Yeah, it's just hard to get a lot of power from that kind of stance. Or is it?
Yeah, she lets the disc do some work, but it catches a tree again. Ohn having to throw a backhand flex from her lie.
I like it.
He likes it too.
Maybe that's her biggest fan.
Missy with a pretty wide open approach to the green.
She's in good position here to birdie. It's a little low and early, though.
Oh, catches that hill. It's all the way down the left side of the fairway. Kristin with a very similar looking shot here.
Realistically, I mean, Kristin just needs to par out. There's not really any time for anyone to catch her unless she makes some big mistakes. But that's not a mistake.
No. And you know, she's not going to stop trying to birdie.
You're right.
Not in her nature.
You're right. I'm just saying. It should be an easy par for Kristin. Still definitely a battle for second and third place. Definitely want a podium today. And it's not over. You never know.
Yeah, we've seen hole 17 just ruin people's dreams many times over the last 2 days.
Ohn with a great touchy upshot there. Nice backhand hyzer. Missy's third shot. She's going forehand. Tree drops are short. There have been so many times today where I thought Missy threw the perfect shot. She just
Yeah.
catches that last tree.
She's executing the speed and the angle. It's just the line is like a hair off.
Yeah, well put. All right.
Nice par
putt.
putt. And a nice focused bogey putt from Missy as well. Unfortunately, dropping down to +3.
Yeah, fourth place now.
Ohn holding strong to that second place spot right now with a 2-stroke advantage over Valerie.
Whoa, 2 holes left. Hole 17, a much wider open tee shot than we've seen. OB left, there's also a mandatory on the left with the drop zone if you miss. You get through this narrow gap and enter right back into the forest. The fairway kind of goes from right to left. And yep, there you are.
Yeah,
kind of a left to right sloping downhill green.
There is some out of bounds on the right-hand side in the
Oh, yeah.
parking lot, but it doesn't quite come into play unless you really get a hold of one in a weird way.
Bad kick or something. Yeah, first shot, you just want to get into the woods through that narrow gap.
That's it. That is every bit that you need and more.
Yeah, you're right. She's not going to stop trying to birdie. Smooth shot from Valerie with some great ground action. Wow, that was perfect. Ohn with that flex, just needs to get off that big tree. Dang it. Nice looking shot from Missy as well. It's the intended
Wow.
gap, and that's got a ton of power on it.
That was crushed.
Ohn up first here, gonna work the forehand. Big shot.
Oh,
Huh. Kristin catching early, but it works out. Fairway hit.
These trees want to see her become the first player in MPO or FPO to take home more than $100,000 in winnings in a season.
Wow.
If she wins today, she will be that.
That's amazing.
It's so crazy.
It's definitely looking in her favor as we get to the pin of 17. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What a second shot from Missy.
Man, a birdie look on this very tough par 4 is so impressive.
Yeah. And it's important. She's 1 stroke behind Valerie. Ohn likes it. And you should like it too. She like raised her arms up afterwards. Yes. And obviously that's going to be a perfect harp shot.
So just to put some perspective in the growth of the sport, especially in FPO, if Kristin takes this win, moving her over $100,000 for the year in 1 year.
Pause. Great putt.
Wow. Huge par putt from Valerie.
That's a big deal, too, with
That
Missy
is.
parked pretty much for
For
birdie.
birdie, yep. That's a
Nice
huge
birdie.
Ooh, tied, going into the lead for the third place. Ohn, regardless of what position she takes in this tour championship, it will move her into over $100,000 earned in her career. So it
Wow.
took her $10,000 to hit the 100K mark. And
Whoa.
Ohn is no scrub. She's been playing well for
Yeah.
10 years.
No joke.
And Kristin did it in 1 year.
Yeah. Well, there is
Unbelievable.
more money in the sport. to
That's
be
what I'm
fair.
saying. That
Yeah.
speaks to the growth of FPO and disc golf
Absolutely.
in general.
Speak about the growth of this hole. They combined 17 and 18. It's a giant hole.
It's huge. Hole 18, you want to just go far and straight on the first shot. You can try to cross the corner if you want, but no one seems to be going that aggressive. Your second shot, you want to get under those big trees somewhere. Your third shot, you're throwing towards out of bounds. There's out of bounds all the way down the left-hand side and right-hand side. Pinches as you get towards the green of this elevated basket, and it is inside the circle. This plate is the most difficult hole of the day for our card. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we have seen birdies. We've seen double bogeys. It's a really nice first placement shot for Missy. Really common to land right there and cut the last bit of the corner on the second shot. Nice power on that drive from Kristin. Nice and safe the whole way. And 4 strokes is a pretty nice buffer with 1 hole to play. I mean, nothing ever feels comfortable, I'm sure,
No.
but not bad.
I mean, when she's averaging at 5 strokes for every victory and she's podiumed every event, like she's probably just comfortable at all times.
Probably feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah. She's got good finishing power.
Valerie with a really nice drive there, and this is looking great from Ohn as well. That guy, man. Ohn up first. Throws it pretty far to the right. It's definitely trying to fade back to where you want it.
Missy, look, she's trying to go for birdie here.
Yeah, you
You
don't
know-
want to leave it up to your competitor to
Nope.
see who's getting the trophy, you know?
Yep, you know she's wanting that solo third place. That was a smush, too.
Great shot. In an ideal spot to attack.
Kristin's second is way down there. Oh,
It's actually OB.
yeah, she might have trickled in.
She did. Yep. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but not what you want, I guess. Valerie turns hers a little bit too much.
She'll be pinched off in those huge oak trees on the right side.
Yeah, that's definitely some pressure too with Missy in such a good spot. I'm throwing big forehand.
Dead center cut. Right around just outside circle 2.
Yeah, she's locking up second place really nicely. Oh, Valerie overturns this one.
So if Ohn takes that second place, her $20,000 check is tied for the 3rd largest FPO payout in history.
Besides the first one of this and last year's.
Yep.
Wow.
Missy's 2021 first place and Kristin's
22.
2022 first place.
You know, presuming.
Presuming.
Wow,
We
Missy gets
believe.
inside the circle for a birdie. So Kristin's throwing 4 from out of bounds. Bogey's fine. Even double bogey's fine. She definitely pulls that to the right a little bit. But it's just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and safe. And Ohn lays up nice and close just outside the bullseye.
Valerie's fourth shot, just trying to get up to the green.
Is it a little farther than you'd like? And Kristin, of course, just going to lay up here. No stress. What's solid playing today?
Missy with a birdie putt towards out of bounds. There was only 2 birdies yesterday and 2 the day before. This one is a tough one.
Look at this. So much pressure. Oh. Just a little low. Valerie from 18? 15? Oh, heartbreaker.
Just a little bit high, dead center again.
Boy, and that's like, you have to think about that your whole off season. Kristin doesn't even want to deal with this. She just wants to tap it in for the victory.
It's still $9,000 though for Valerie Mandujano.
Wow, what a day. Congratulations, Kristin Tattar, for winning the Disc Golf Pro Tour Championships in 2022.
Completing her 100% podiums for the year.
Wow. Congrats to Ohn on second place, Missy Gannon on third, Valerie in fourth.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to announce our 2022 Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship presented by Barbasol champion, winner of $35,000 and the winner of this year's tour. Please put your hands together for Kristin Tattar.
Down here on the ground at the Pro Tour finale, I am standing next to our tour champion, our world champion, and Kristin Tattar. Kristin, first thoughts and how it feels.
It's amazing, you know. I really wanted to win this not only because it's a big payout, but it would be a nice way to end this incredible season that I've had. And it was intense, yeah.
Well, let's talk about it from the very first moment this morning. Did you get good sleep last night, or were the nerves just as high as yesterday's round?
The sleeping was okay, not the best probably, but like I got some good night's sleep. But yeah, definitely there were nerves, even though I tried to tell myself there aren't, but I know there were.
Well, I've got to ask for everyone out there, was it a little more nerves for the World Championship or for today?
Yeah, I wanted Worlds more for sure, and the focus was unreal during Worlds. I've been missing being in that kind of zone, but yeah, I'm so proud of myself that I pushed through even though I wasn't feeling the best.
All right, well, tell us what it felt like when you realized that moment you were in the driver's seat.
I can't even remember. At one point I asked Silver the scores, and he said I had some room to play with, I think 4 strokes, and then I kind of knew that I just have to like take pars, and on the last hole I already was like loose.
All right, Kristin, any final parting thoughts for the world, for your sponsors, from your heart?
Thank you everybody who's been following disc golf. The fans are incredible. There's so many of you out there. Just a huge thank you. And for everybody who's like behind the cameras and behind the scenes that we don't see every day, huge thank you to everybody. It's been an incredible year.
And thank you so much, Kristin Tattar. Let me see this arm. Our champion!
Yay.
Not only does she throw a grace, she has so much grace.
Just exuding grace.
Yeah.
And like, what a season. World champion, tour champion, wins the tour finale.
Yeah, I got one more stat for you. It's the most FPO elite and major wins this season at 6, before she was tied with Paige at 5.
Wow.
And she's the first number 1 seed to win the tour championship since Sarah Hokum in 2018. So big congratulations.
Yeah, 2022 was a big year for Kristin Tattar and just a pretty monumental year for FPO in general. We really appreciate you guys hanging with us all year. We really appreciate GK Pro choosing FPO and taking us to new heights. We'll be back in 2023. We hope you guys will as well. And our final sign off. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 Hot Geese.
Honk.
Honk.